Today I fucked up by not taking the signs seriously and losing both my testicles after jerking off. Don't trust what you read online, people. Disregard the original text, as you probably should do with many if not most posts on here. This is how fake news spread. In this case it was a story, but other times it's fabricated news about people, politics and other more serious issues for nefarious reasons. To the moderators that I am sure will remove this post, you should more actively work to delete fake posts. There are good true stories out there, but they get diluted by the fake posts that get tens of thousands of votes. To the 49.8k people who got tricked, I am sorry, but this needed to be done to show how easy it is to get tricked by a believable story. There were people who found the impossible deals I planted in the post and called the bluff, but the first of those comments is about 40 levels down with only 5 upvotes. It's sad that comments with knowledge gets so few upvotes while meme comments gets hundreds or thousands. By the way, mods deleted a comment saying nice trolling when there was a comment 2 levels down in the same comment chain that explained why this is not possible. Shame. Lastly, testicular torsion is real, but my explanation is not. The balls do not get tangled in each other but rather in itself, so losing 2 testicles at once is very unlikely. This was my main hint to this post being false. So again, I just want to be clear that if you feel pain from your balls, call an ambulance. It's time sensitive and should be treated as soon as possible. Lost my balls after an extended, well let's call it private session. They felt sore after having been used for a couple of hours, and I thought of it as normal since I've always have a sore feeling from the balls after jerking off. It however turned out it was not normal and the 2 testicles had intertwined and cut off the flow of blood to each other. Apparently what I did wrong was that I resisted the calling for medical help for too long. Even after being suffocated for a while, the lads down there can still recover. But for me it went too far. I waited through immense pain for around 45 minutes before calling the medical advice line, and then the queue was over 1 hour long. While waiting in the queue I thought of calling for an ambulance since I lost the feeling in my legs and the pain from the balls just got worse. But it just felt so fucking stupid to have to explain what I had done face to face with someone, so I just didn't call. What's ironic is that the nurse at the phone line called an ambulance for me and I had to explain it to the ambulance men anyways. Not feeling too well now, but it's mostly mentally. This was 6 days from today and just now I'm starting to realize how immensely stupid I was for not calling. Luckily I didn't want kids anyways, but it still feels weird to know that it's completely impossible now. Moral of the story, take medical scares seriously. It's better to be wrong and all good than losing your balls. Too long didn't read. I lost both my testicles due to testicular torsion because I was too embarrassed to call for medical help after jerking off. I tricked /today I fucked up. I had a similar experience with my ovary. It got twisted somehow and I waited over a day before I realized it was more than cramps or gas. My partner found me lying on the ground in the fetal position and dragged me to the emergency room. Unfortunately it was too late. My ovary had died and gone necrotic inside me. The surgery to remove it was not too bad, though by the time they figured it out, the pain was so intense I don't even remember the surgery. And I was just relieved when it was over. How do you get your ovary twisted? The good news is that castrations done before the start of male pattern baldness is the best known prevention for baldness. How's your hairline? The bright side, ladies and gentlemen. Bro, I am so sorry. May your boys be remembered. Me and the boys then, 8 equals D. Me and tilde the boys tilde now, D. As someone who is down my righty from an accident, my condolences. On the bright side, it's great if you are into making jokes at your own expense. Lol, as someone who has lost both, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of saying I don't have the balls to do that, or telling someone to grow a pair, then give them to me. All jokes, mostly, aside. I'm now 100 grams lighter. They weighed them, and told me skeptical, and no longer need a cup for sports. It could be worse. Thanks for the awards. Today I fucked up by accidentally moaning Ben Shapiro's name during sex. I want to preface all of this by saying that Ben Shapiro sucks, and I'm in no way attracted to him, which is why this is such a monumental fuck up. I have found myself extremely amused by all of the Ben Shapiro memes that have been going around. I found the interview where he said, in response to Megan Thee Stallion's song WAP, that his doctor wife told him women didn't get wet. Absolutely hilarious. That's about the extent of knowledge and familiarity I have with him and his viewpoints. The other night I met up with a Tinder date. Things were going well and we ended up going to bed together. This is NSFW and sorry for the TMI, but he said you're so wet, to which my brain, for some reason, decided this sexy moment was the perfect time to crack a joke. Don't tell Ben Shapiro is what it wanted me to say. With all of my might I tried to force this comment down, not wanting to bring up Ben Shapiro during sex for the first time with this guy, and succeeded in not letting it rise to the surface. But my idiot self was so amused by the dumb joke I had made in my head that I felt a laugh bubbling up instead. Now, most men don't really feel so good when a woman laughs in their face right after they've gotten undressed, so I was really trying to divert that laugh in whatever way I could and decided to try and let it out as a seductive sigh. But clearly the raging conflict and suppression I was engaged in caught the attention of my sexual partner, and he stopped and said what? My brain was in such a state of disarray that the seductive sigh came out as I answered his question in the most basic terms possible. Ben Shapiro, I moaned. His expression was indescribable. Shock, uncertainty, revulsion, all crossed his face in the same split second. We still did the deed, but he didn't finish Lamau. I feel like even if I tried to explain myself, there's no fixing it. Haven't heard from him since. Too long didn't read. Brain wanted me to make a Ben Shapiro joke during sex, accidentally moaned his name instead. Holy shit, this blew up. Just gonna address a couple points. This happened mid-coitus. After the momentary pause he went back to business. I was kinda frozen up by what occurred, and by the time I regained my sense it seemed like I'd be digging my own grave deeper if I brought it back up. Obviously I know I did pretty much everything wrong I could have done. That's why it's in this sub and not in r/my life is awesome. If I could go back I would change things. Next time I'll just make the joke lol. Neither of us has reached out since. I think we're both happy just pretending it never happened. I'm glad my unfortunate sexual encounter could bring you all so much joy, haha. Makes me feel a bit better about it. Maybe one day I'll try stand up and incorporate this story into my routine, haha. You should have just say the joke. There's never a bad time for a joke. I've actually had people get upset when I've cracked jokes in the past, so I hold them in now, especially the first time I get physical with someone new / No, you really should share that with him. That went so horribly wrong. At least it would give the guy context. I never knew what great sex was until I found a partner that I could laugh with during sex and go right back to sex. I married him. Congratulations on being the first woman to moan Ben Shapiro's name during sex. A title I never wanted to hold. Injured face. Well, I mean, at least you didn't moan an ancient old one's name. Yes, oh yes, just like that. Nylathotep. Today I fucked up by hooking up with a girl while my friend was in the house. Obligatory, this didn't happen today. So I, Chris, 19M, did something stupid. Because of the lockdown and shit, I hadn't fucked someone since 3 months, and was low-key feeling desperate and was just looking to smash. Met a girl, let's call her Maria, who was also thinking along the same lines, went on a couple of dates, blah blah blah. So now, a little backstory. I live with a housemate. Let's call him Mike. We both have different rooms, and it's a 2-room apartment. He and I go to nearby colleges, and we're good friends. He knows me well, and I know him well. So he likes pranking, and I like pranking too. It's okay, we get along fine. So anyways, after our last date, I told him I'm probably gonna sleep with this girl in a couple of days. That's what happens. Maria's in my room, things get hot and steamy, we both haven't had any contact with the other gender since a lot of time, we're making out, clothes come off, and as we start getting down to business, Mike walks in on us in the room. And the cunt head doesn't simple walk in. He's wearing baby clothes, has an apron on, he's holding a fucking ladle, he has this surprised look on his face, his hair looks like a wasp nest, he even has this sort of black smearing on his face, he's holding some lube and a sandwich, and you know what the asshole says? He goes, "Damn it Chris, what's wrong with you?" Just as I get down to fulfilling your fucking ladle fantasy, Jesus knows what that means, you go hetero on me? I thought you swore you were gay? Learned that laughing in such a scenario isn't a good idea. She thought the laughing gave it away that I was pranking her. In my defense, it was hilarious seeing him like that. We both are very straight, like literally nothing sexual has ever happened before between us. And the MF does this without the slightest hint of a smile. Well, Maria goes, "I knew something was off," and simply leaves the house, even as I try explaining the shit to her. I'm simply standing there, explaining, naked, that he's lying, but apparently the lube gave it away, and she's sure I'm messing with her, and if I try contacting her again, she'll call the fucking police. So that's how Mike ruined a hookup, and how a girl thinks I'm a pranking bastard. I swore at him for at least half an hour straight, but that doesn't bring the girl back. To add insult to the injury, he got the idea from Reddit, of all places. Too long didn't read, my roommate walked in on a girl and me about to have sex, he convinced her that I was gay, and I'm lonely again. Edit, lots of people are saying there are many loopholes in my story. I'll address the main ones. 1. I'm 16. I dunno where y'all got this from. I noticed a post saying that I was 16 in r/teenagers. I don't use that sub, and didn't notice. My flare over there had been set long ago. Sorry for that. I've changed it now. 2. The baby clothes. Mike is an acting major, and we both are in the Boston area. By baby clothes I meant clothes that babies wear. 3. Now I'm pretty sure the comments saying I was gay are jokes, but I'll clarify, I'm straight. Sorry for disappointing y'all. 4. I'm a girl. I know where this one stems from. It's a meme I made. Do people not understand that a meme is a fucking meme, for God's sake? This account is a meme account, majorly. You can dig up my profile and find out that I'm a 45-year-old woman who came from Mars and occasionally lives in the UK and Zimbabwe while attending classes in Boston. I'll clear this. I'm a student, in an Ivy League university, about to turn 20. I'm a straight guy. Same description applies to Mike. He's majoring in theater, and I'm majoring in engineering. We both are tall. He's better looking. He's an extrovert. I'm in the middle, you could say. 5. This is fake. I don't know. Hard to believe. For sure. Definitely not fake. I'm pretty sure the homies saying this is fake are all middle-aged people or 14-year-olds, who have forgotten how wild college was, or don't know yet how wild it is. 6. The lube. I think that it implied anal, since you need lots of lube for that. Thought it was pretty clear. I misjudged the average IQ of this sub. Sorry. 7. Immature of us. Glad you realized. 8. Yes, we both are friends, very close ones at that. I'll clarify. We share a lot of stuff with each other. 9. We prank each other all the time, together prank others, it's a fun life. 10. I asked where he got the idea from. He got it from this. TL, doctor, I'm not 16, I'm a straight guy. This is real and fuck you if you think it's not.